Just flip it on.
There we go. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah. Very well.
I could project, but then I'd be shouting at you. Thank you. And again, my name is Alicia Dearn, for those of you who don't know me. I am very happy to be here. I drove down from Missouri last night, and it's nice to be in the Midwest. I've been in California for a while. And I just like being here because I feel like the people and the culture here is just so much more aligned to my personal beliefs as a libertarian. So I want to congratulate you guys on a very robust convention and all of the candidates that you're getting ready to run. And the topic that I want to talk to you today about is how we can discuss small business issues, economic issues, and really one of the most important issues for voters, which is jobs. So my background, besides being an active libertarian, is I am an attorney. I've been an attorney since 2004. I mostly represent small businesses. I represent thousands of small businesses. I'm a business owner myself, and it is very difficult to start and run a business in the United States now. So it used to be that the United States was at the top of the list of the freest place to start a business, as well as freedom for people in general. It has now fallen, I think it's like 26 or 27 in the world now. I just looked this up the other day. It's below all these countries in Europe. It's below Hong Kong. It's amazing that the United States does not have the economic liberty that it used to have. So I think that the issue of economic liberty and jobs is probably the most important issue for us to talk about at a local level as candidates. And the reason for that is that everybody is feeling the pain of the economy. You know, the media and the Democratic Party want to say that the economy has gotten better and everything is looking rosy under President Obama since the recession. That's not my experience. That's not what I've seen from my clients. That's not what I've seen in small businesses. I think the number one reason that Trump was elected president is that he was talking to people about lack of jobs. He was promising manufacturing jobs to come back. I think that's what's driving the immigration issue. People are concerned about their welfare at home. And top tier politics is not really addressing these issues. So let's talk about jobs. Well, I am part of a trend, myself as a business owner, that is sweeping the country, which is to outsource jobs. Okay, I recently decided to outsource almost all of my employees to overseas. In the last 10 years, I probably had 50 employees. I'm now down to 2, and I may even go down to 0. I'm using platforms to have programmers and call centers and things like that are overseas. They're far less expensive and they're much easier to deal with. And the reason for this has to do with regulations. Okay, first of all, employee regulation costs in the United States per employee for a small business is somewhere between $10,000 to $25,000 a year per employee. It's higher on the manufacturing side, lower on some of the retail, but you still have a ton of costs when it comes to regulation, paperwork, and health and safety, wage regulations, tax regulations. There's so much stuff that you have to do as a business owner. So at my biggest as a business, when I had like 15 employees all at once, I had to have somebody that I hired full-time just to keep up the paperwork, just to get the paperwork to manage everything. So that was a whole salary that was devoted just so that I could have employees. The second reason that a lot of businesses are downsizing their employees is litigation risks. It's a little bit better in the Midwest, but there's still a lot of litigation. I practice primarily in small business law, but also employment law defense. And so I'm constantly defending against lawsuits where the business owners, as well as the business, as well as the managers are being sued over every time somebody's upset about their employment situation. It's really bad in California. It's like 25% of all lawsuits in California. So I actually have more work there than I do in the Midwest, simply because so many people are sued. There's insurance and benefits costs. I mean, you obviously have workman's comp insurance that you have to pay for. You have, the Obamacare stuff caused a lot of confusion. And we just have increasing benefit creep For example, President Trump has come out and said that he wants to have paid leave for, paid maternity leave, paid paternity leave, but who's going to pay for that? That hits every small business owner that I know, and they're concerned about hiring and employing people because they don't know, am I going to have to start offering paid sick time? California recently passed a law where you have to have paid sick time. You can't require doctor's notes, and you have to allow people to take up to a week sick with that. And so people are just, using it as additional vacation and not being accountable to work.